What's up, guys? Welcome back. So in this video today, we're going to be talking about how to defend against pressure fighting. And instead of me just doing a tutorial in practice mode, I figured I would show you a match I had against a very good pressure fighter. At least I think he's good. And this guy has been in the top 100. He fights for the ESFL, which, if you guys don't know, it's like one of the top. It's the top UFC league. And as you guys just saw, he has 2 wins over me. So, and this is Division 20. So, anyway, we're gonna show you the fight, and I'll break it down the best I can. And I kind of know how he fights, so right off the bat, I want to stand my ground because I know he's a pressure fighter. And boom, I hit him with the wombo combo. And that's the straight lead hook uppercut. So I got the first rock. So I drew first blood already, first 30 seconds. And look, he's still in my face. So what I want to try to do is I don't want him to push me back any more than he already is. And see, I kind of get, off that black line. I want to be at least on the outside of it or, on the inside of it. And right there, I got a rock again. And when I'm in close, I'm trying to throw hooks and uppercuts. He's not pole countering. Right there, I got him with a pole counter. And right here, I'm going to get on top. And honestly, this is not live commentary. I probably didn't need to say that, but yeah, man, just look for a counter. When someone's pressuring you like that, if you can find a counter, for the most part, you can, you're likely going to get a rock or you're going to get a drop. So you got to pay attention to what your opponent's doing. Everything in this, game has a counter. Like, are they going to the body a lot? Then hit them with an uppercut. Are they throwing a lot of jabs and straights? A slip straight. In this case, he was throwing a lot of hooks. I was able to pull counter, and I got, I got the drop. So right there, right up to his feet, he's right back to, pressuring me. And coming up, he makes a huge mistake. Boom, spinning elbow. But he was actually being smart there. Even though, I saw it coming, every time I back up, he knows that, I'm trying to get my stamina back. He tried to go to the body there. And, that's the best time to go to the body is when, your opponent's trying to regain the stamina. So, what he's doing is smart. But I was just able to catch on, and I hit him with the spinning elbow. And those spinning elbows are deadly, man. They can interrupt a lot of things. And still, I've dropped him, 3 times or at least twice. And he's still just coming forward, man. He's just, I don't know if because he's beat me, he's too old me or what. But he just, or this is just his style, really. Honestly, he does not care right there. Major lunge. That's another, technique you guys can use. Use those major lunges. And if I'm talking a little fast, it's because I'm just trying to keep up with this action. I kind of forgot how fast-paced that, this fight really was. And, that was definitely my round. I dropped him 3 times. And I'm surprised I didn't get the finish. But, hey, man, he has good ground defense. He's not in the ESFL for no reason. So, but, yeah, man, there's always a counter. No matter what your opponent is doing, it doesn't even have to be like, it doesn't have to be like a head movement counter. They can be missing a lot of strikes. They can, like, are they whiffing a lot of kicks? Try to come over with an overhand. But just the, the counter I found in this fight was just that, was that pole counter. So, that's what's working for me. It's gonna vary by opponent. And you have to stand your ground against, these guys. Boom. That was a nice little pull back from the head kick. I thought that was pretty slick. I tried spinning elbow there. Didn't work. But yeah, man, you want to stay on this block line. You don't want, you don't want them to push you back. In this situation, I probably could have clinched. Because that's another thing. Clinch your opponent. What does your opponent have to do to break the clinch? They have to go backwards. You know what I mean? Yes, they can kind of push you forward a little bit, or they can push into you, I mean. But if they want to get out of the clinch, they have to move backwards. And now, look, the tide has changed, and I'm the one pushing forward. I'm the one pressuring him. Just chipping away at his block. Drop him again. I know he cannot take much more. His head health has to be blinking. We can't see it, but right there, I went for something stupid. But, his stamina is hurting. He's trying to attack my body, which is smart. Because he knows, it's just been, one of those high-paced fights. And, he knows this fight's not going to go to, it's just not going to go the distance. He knows that, I know that, and we're both trying to end each other. I know he's looking for that 1-2 head kick, so, right there. I lunged the same way, he was throwing, so. Or, I mean, the opposite side he was throwing, so. Because he knows that's his only chance, I feel, is that block breaking combo, so I know he's looking for it. I know he's fishing for it. And that's another thing. You have to take into account what your opponent's throwing. Head kick, slip, or pull, uppercut. But right there, man, I was really happy, that I beat this guy. Because, like I said, it's always good. Or I'm not sure if I said it, but when a guy 2-0s you, it's always good to get that win back. It's always good to have that little rivalry there, that competitive edge. But yeah, that's really, that's the main thing. Sometimes, there's pressure fighters that, sometimes they get the upper hand, and sometimes it's hard to come back. But you can do it, you can do it. It's just, you have to stand your ground right from the beginning of the fight. You have to kind of, see what they're trying to do, and then, like I said, stand your ground is like the main thing. So let's just recap what, the tips were. I know they were kind of like spread out throughout the video, but the main tip is to find a counter. It doesn't have to be a pull counter. It can be a slip counter. It can be, if they're going to your body a lot with hooks, hit them with an uppercut. Are they missing a lot of kicks? Try to time one, and then, hit them with an overhand. My second tip would be to try not to go past that black line. And, if you find yourself, behind the black line, try to lunge, one way or the other. Just make sure not to run into anything, because that can do massive damage. Tip number 3 would be, if they're really pushing you back, clinch them. Because, like I said, what does your opponent have to do to break the clinch? They have to, press backwards. So, that's one way to get them off you. I mean, obviously, don't try to spam it, or, but, that's just one way. And another thing that I like to do, I guess my last tip would be when they're in close range, throw hooks and uppercuts. Because think about it, when you're face to face with somebody, are you really going to throw a jab? Are you really going to throw a straight? No, you're going to throw hooks and uppercuts. I'm sure there's other tips out there. Yes, you can use the push. Yes, I probably could have used more teeps, but he wasn't really giving me space to use teeps. You can use knees. Use elbows. Obviously, don't spam them, but there's a bunch of things you can do to avoid pressure. I didn't show them all in this video, but I'm just, this was just one case. It goes by fight. Not every fighter plays the same. Not every player plays the same. So you have to go by, how the player's playing. I hope this makes sense. I know maybe it sounds like I kind of rambled a little bit, but I hope, I hope this stuff makes sense, guys. And yeah, so maybe this will help somebody. Even if it helps only one person, then that'll make me happy. But all right, guys. As always, leave a like. It really helps the video. Not only does it help the video, it shows me that you guys are liking the content. Also, subscribe if you are new. And if there's anything you guys would like to see or need help with, just let me know. And I will do my best to help. But most importantly, guys, have a good day.